Hey, welcome to another video. I've just finished a session of career coaching and a phrase came up in that session which made me jump on here to make this week's video. Actually, the phrase has come up a few times over the past couple of weeks, so it's worth us just reflecting on it. The phrase is, hope is not a strategy. So let me give you a couple of examples of where this has come up in the work that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, and let's reflect on that, on the difference that we can actually make. The first point is LinkedIn. I'm a big advocate for people getting on LinkedIn, players, parents, telling their story, getting their player out there and talking and making connections. LinkedIn's a great platform for that, but we can't just throw posts out there, just pictures of us playing, and hope that that turns into somebody getting back in touch saying, where are you playing right now? Can we connect? And that turns somehow into some sort of contracts. It doesn't work. We can't even really just put stats on there and hope that somebody's going to get in touch. We have to build a story. We have to build a narrative about our journey. Why do we do that? Because that's how we get reposts. That's how we get shares. That's how people comment on what we're putting online, which then builds this story, and that gets more eyes on you. That gets more connections. That means there's more people in your network to reach out to when you need them. Just last week, I got a post that had 13,000 views on it. Why did that occur? It was because the story that went with the picture that I put on, which people engaged with, and then they commented, so then I could comment back, and we had a great discussion. That's how it works. Putting stuff on LinkedIn and hoping people see it, that's not a strategy. Hi folks, just a quick message before we get back to that video. I want to tell you about a workshop that I'm running in January 2026. I'm calling it Making the Most of Your Academy Journey in 2026. It's a great way to start the year. Based on my data, I'm going to be talking about the 5 big trends that I see occurring over the next 12 months. Completely free for you to attend. I'll pop the link below the video. You can sign up there and I look forward to seeing you. Now, back to the video. Number 2 is the dreaded under-21s, which I've spoken about before. I've been working with a young player, got a scholarship, is going to go into a professional contract. Fantastic, it's going to be a decent amount of money to start a career on, brilliant. But we can't then just sit in the under-21s and hope that people see us. Particularly in this scenario, we've got a training ground that's away from the first team's training ground, which occurs in a lot of places. And in fact, even when they're together, they're on different pitches. So how are you going to be seen? You're hoping that there's an injury in the first team and therefore you get called up for some training, and then you're hoping that when you get called up for training you have a great 1 or 2 weeks, however long you're up there training, and then you're hoping that the manager thinks they're good, let's keep them with us. It's all just hope. Compare that to actually stepping outside your comfort zone, getting out on loan, playing men's football. So we were working on a strategy of where do you want to go? What clubs align with you? Now you're out playing. Now people are seeing you. Now you're on television. Now you've got clips. Now you're on Y-Scout more often. Now you've got more data out there. Now you've got something else that you can post about on LinkedIn. That is such a better strategy than sitting in the under-21s hoping. I hope that that's been a good video for you this week. I'll see you next week for another one.